Hi, this is Mo Thoughts here. I'm coming at you today with another video. I have not done a YouTube video in a while, but I wanted to come today to talk with you about National Foster Care Month. The month of May is National Foster Care Month, and I've been sharing the importance of reaching out to those who have been in foster care or are currently in foster care. I myself am a former foster child, and I became a foster child at the age of 16. What happened is my aunt and uncle, who were raising me, they were already up in age, and they had to go to a nursing home. My aunt was diagnosed with dementia, and my uncle was diagnosed with what was that thing? Oh, Alzheimer's. So they were both sick at the same time. They had been together for 60 years. They didn't have any children of their own. But they took me in. They raised me from a baby to the age of 16. And then they both had to go to a nursing home together. And so they were there for a while until they both passed away. My uncle passed away in 2004 and my aunt passed away in 2007. So I'm sharing this testimony to let you know that I am a living testimony. I've been through things. I've been through depression and anxiety and, overcoming just, my lack of confidence and overcoming my negative views about myself. And now I'm here today sharing my testimony and encouraging others who are currently in foster care or have been in foster care. Those that have been in foster care have a certain set of issues than others that may have been raised in a two-parent home. So there's certain things that those who have been in foster care deal with: abandonment, or deal with rejection, hurt, and pain, and fear, and wondering, who's going to be there for me, or how am I going to make it through this? Because a lot of times when foster children get to the age of 18, they age out, and then that's it. They have to go to school and make it on their own, or try to make it the best way they know how, and that's unfortunate. And it's like it places them at a disadvantage, so they have to continue to push. To push past how they feel, to push past their circumstances, because a lot of foster children were not raised by their parents because of whatever issues, whether it be, mental illness. The mother may have been dealing with mental illness of some sort, or drugs, or not able to financially care for the child or whatever. And then there are those that have dealt with adoption, being adopted by parents who are able to take care of them. So that's why I'm sharing this video with you today, to let you know the importance of reaching out to a child, a foster child, especially because they need that extra support and reinforcement. So I'm coming from a perspective of being a former foster child. I was a foster child from the ages of 16 to 21. Anyway, when I went into foster care, I was staying with a foster parent who didn't really favor me that much, and it had to do with me not able to adjust, or having a hard time to adjust. So I went from being in that foster home to going to a temporary youth shelter, and then from there I got transitioned to Raleigh. My experience have been positive for the most part, but a lot of the things had to do with me having lack of confidence, having real low self-esteem, not feeling good about myself, and I looked to others to encourage me. I didn't know how to encourage myself. It's a lot of things I didn't know because I was raised by older people. So it was like, even then I was at a disadvantage, so to speak, during that time, so I thought. But in the midst of all the transitions that I have been through and the things that I have learned, I'm able to now take my experience and help other people, especially those of you that have been in foster care. Know that you're not alone. Know that God is with you. God said in His Word that He'll never leave you nor forsake you, and He will bring and continues to bring people into your life that can help you in your journey. God always sends help. I know in my experience. I didn't know how I was going to make it, but God always sent help. So every year I do an event called Night of Inspiration, and last year was the first year of the event, and it was a way to bring different people together with their gifts and talents to give back to the community, and that's how I give back to the community. And the social worker that spoke that night at the event last year, he was a former foster child, and he told me that is the reason why he became a social worker, to be able to help others. So wherever you may find yourself, use your gifts and talents to help other people. Even though you may have been in a situation where you have felt disadvantaged because of not being raised by your parents, know that you are somebody, that you matter in this life. Whether or not your parents raised you or not, God still placed people to make sure that your needs were met. And so you're not alone in this struggle. If you're watching this video and you feel like, well, why wasn't I raised by my parents or this or that? I can't tell you to get over it, but if you need to seek the help, get the help that you need. But I am here to encourage you to know that you are not by yourself. I come from a perspective of a community worker, to give encouragement, to mentor young men and women. That's how I give back to the community. So just wanted to take some time to share my testimony in honor of National Foster Care Month. Shout out to the social workers. If you're a social worker, thank you for what you do. To the foster parents, I know it's not easy to raise children or to care for children who may not be your own, but be encouraged. You are making a difference in a child's life. And to the mentors out there, thank you for what you do also in honor of National Foster Care Month.